Wait.
Just de-extincted a 12,000.
Welcome everybody to Ladies Night Live. Welcome, welcome. So we got Shannon, Harley from Traveling Puppy Parlor, Karen, and Terminator. In the house. Terminator, have you heard from Tambra?
Not. I was talking with her earlier today, but she had people came over and started. She was getting her well drilled, so she might be busy.
Oh, okay. Do you want to come up on that for this one? Okay. Okay.
She might pop in. I don't know. I haven't talked to her in the last few hours.
Okay. I'll keep an eye out for her then. All right. So, how has everybody been? Shannon, let's start with you. How have you been? How was your weekend?
My weekend was good. My live stream was awesome.
Awesome. Good, good. You did Enoch, right?
Yep, the Book of Enoch.
That's pretty cool.
And I had 31 views so far.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, good for you.
Stream.
That's cool.
It'll grow.
Yeah, it will. So your weekend was good as well?
Yep.
That's good. Harley, how about you? I see you working.
Yep.
You on your last dog for the day?
I'm going to cash this dog out. I'll have to go off for 5 minutes to cash them out and make another appointment, and then I'll jump right back on as soon as I get back in the van. So it'll be like 5 minutes or less.
All right. Well, we'll see you soon.
Okay.
So, Karen, how have you been?
Busy.
Yeah, getting things in the garden or just life, other things busy?
Just yard work and stuff, housework and stuff.
Yeah, stuff that never ends.
I've got 4 acres and it's all developed, so clearing the fence lines, mowing the grass.
Yeah.
It's quite a chore on a big place.
Yeah. Shannon, your dad says hi.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Shannon. Dad. Yeah, I get that. Terminator, how have you been? How was your weekend?
Busy. I was cutting wood all weekend, trying to get winter's wood for next year. We do it ahead of time because this way here we beat the bugs, number one. Mm-hmm. We beat the heavy rains, number two. There's still a little bit of snow on the ground, easier for it to get out. And then my wood sits and dries and cures all summer. So it's better burning in the wintertime for next year. So I'm hoping to do about 20 cord. But little bit each day. That's what I was doing. Then I got into my greenhouse. Woohoo! Finally, I had to go take the plastic off the back door. Couldn't get in the front door, so I went through the back door. Yeah. And all you could smell is my herbs. I grow my herbs in great big tubs, and I put them in there, overwinter them in the greenhouse. And they were a little dry on top, but way down underneath, they're damp, not wet, but damp. And you can start seeing the little buds starting to come out on all of them. And my blueberries are budding, my wild blueberry bushes in pots, and my apple trees that I started last year, they're all leafing out. So I was really happy. So I'm hoping we're supposed to get snow tomorrow and snow Wednesday. Then spring is in full force after that. So I'm hoping to work in the greenhouse a little bit and get it all set. Oh, there she is. There's the woman of the hour. That's okay. You're forgiven. And then I'm hoping to start moving my brassicas and start a bunch of plants out of my greenhouse because it's staying about 50 degrees. When I went in it was 100 degrees. Yeah, our temperatures yesterday and today were over 60 degrees. Well, my greenhouse was 100. So I know it's staying between 45 and just over 50, depending on the night. So I'm hoping And that's cool enough. That's just right to start my brassicas up
I gotta
here.
go find her.
I can
Lucy.
transplant, like transfer them into the greenhouse. But
Yeah.
I have to harden them first for a couple days before I put them in the greenhouse.
Okay.
And then it's waiting time to go in and put them in. And guess what? I went
What?
and checked my one raised bed. I found onions 2 years ago. I thought I dug them all up and I found the onions. So what I've been doing is I had them in my greenhouse, and then last summer I put them in a raised bed, and I thought I'd lost them. Well, they're all starting to sprout because the snow came off that bed, and I get my seeds from those onions. Those are for the start for the following year. So now I know they're okay, and they're 2 years. They're 3 years old, and I just keep replenishing new every year. I snip them back once they've done flowering and they're gone to seed, and I pick the seed pods. I cut them back, and they've wintered fine. I thought I was going to lose them, but I didn't. So
Okay,
I'm happy
cool.
with that. I'm going to get more seeds again.
Yes. And then in the chat, hey Goat, he's doing all right. He said the legendary superstar. And then Karen said hi to you.
I'm doing better. I'm getting better.
And then as you was talking, Terminator, I heard Tambra's calling Lucy Lou's name, so I don't know if she got loose or what.
I had to go find
I know
Lucy. She was
Oh,
out
did she
again.
run? Did she escape?
She escaped again. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
She's like Houdini.
Huh.
Yeah, and you
I should
got her in
name her
that
Miss
fenced-in
Houdini.
area.
Well, I didn't have them in the round pen, and Noah can get out of it because it's got a doggy door, but she ain't figured out how to get out of it yet.
Yeah.
Is that a good thing?
It could be, but I can shut it. I can shut it where neither one of them can get out.
Oh, okay.
But I let them out when I'm here, when I'm sitting here. Well, I can't let them out when I go outside because they're crazy. I come back in and they meet me at the door.
Wow.
And
Well, they want to go outside and play.
Can you hear them? Can you hear them now? Can you
Yep.
They're crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're having
It's
fun.
playtime. It's nice time. It's evening.
They run.
Yeah.
I made them a place where they can run.
That's okay. Terminator's been outside. She's barking at the door to come in. She knows I'm talking to you guys.
Yeah.
Your
Go,
food is on
thank
the
you.
floor, which is nice.
I heard her barking the other day. I heard her barking on video.
Yeah.
You'll hear mine bark on occasion. It's dinner time.
Yeah.
I'm
Mine
not
ate
taking my
all
deal
day.
off today because it was all I couldn't get it back on the other day. So y'all just to look at me like I'm crazy. Okay.
We can see ya.
Yeah.
Time for a new one, huh?
I need a new one, yeah, I do. But when I got it off the other day, it wouldn't go back on. And I need it to be protected because I might drop it. And they're $1,200 now.
Yeah.
All right.
What do you
Go
want?
to,
What do you want?
Go
Can't afford
to
that.
a pawn shop and get you one that someone bought with their income tax return and then had to pawn.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try that next time. But usually,
You can get it for a couple of $100 that way. You can get good gaming laptops and stuff like that too, cheap.
really, I need another phone because
She's driving.
the phone I have don't work really. So, but my iPad does, and I'm good with that.
I see her.
You can't
there
see
we
me
go.
very good, but you can see me.
What are you saying? Say
Yes,
hi.
so over the weekend we actually went
Say
to
hi.
the
No.
beach. Even though we had it was a little
Oh
chilly.
A little cold, a little chilly.
I went in the water for like 2 times. It wasn't. When it got more in the evening, it got really cold.
I gave you my jacket and I froze butthole.
You can't even go in the water here. The lakes are still frozen.
Absolutely not.
Quit.
Still don't see her.
It's
I don't
freezing.
know.
Hey, guess what?
Yeah, I see we're here.
You guys all got to listen to this because you're
What?
from
What?
USA. You're from
Oh,
USA.
yeah, we are. That don't mean we believe everything
The
they do.
Hey, the Palestinians are they're protesting real heavy here in Canada in all the big major cities, holding their flags up and everything. And then the other day on the one because I'm on this one site for Canada and for people's rights, and they were chanting "Death to Canada" and "Death to United States."
Yeah, well,
Oh
they're probably
wow.
a lot of terrorists here too,
Mm-hmm. And that's in
and
all the
maybe in
big major
Canada.
cities here in Canada. Right now, where our parliament is in Ottawa, they've got all when when COVID thing happened and there was a shutdown. We did that big. You guys probably heard about it, and because I know there was Americans there, and they that did that big convoy, the farmers and the truckers and everything to Ottawa on
Truckers, yeah,
Parliament. They
Yeah.
got
yeah,
arrested and charged for a lot of them got charged for doing the protesting, and they
right.
weren't they weren't being violent or anything. Here, our government won't charge any of them for the death threats for Canadians, and they're letting them block all the cities, streets, and everything. And we figured because they're doing this
No,
now,
no,
because we're supposed to go vote next Monday, a week from today. We're supposed to go and vote for a new prime minister, and so now all the Palestinians are the ones that the liberals brought in as
yep.
immigrants, thousands and
Like the
thousands and thousands
Mexicans.
of them. Now they're chanting and they're protesting, and the liberals are gonna try and get them to all vote for them so that we can stay liberal, where all the Canadians are going against the liberal and trying to vote them out.
Oh.
Let them
Do
try
you,
that
Yeah,
crap down here in the South and see how long that lasts.
They call
do
that the
you
Trump effect.
do y'all have a good
yeah.
candidate
Stand up
candidate
for yourself. Take
you can vote
your
for?
freedoms back.
Oh, we are. That's what we're
Yeah.
doing.
Do you have a good candidate you can vote for?
Freedom
Yeah.
seed, my freedom
Okay.
seed.
The one that we're going to be voting in, Trump don't like him. Trump wanted the guy that
No,
the liberal guy, because he can talk with him, because he's moved all his businesses to United States.
that's because he wants to buy it. Buy Canada.
No, the guy
Trump could probably do it.
that's acting as our prime minister right now. 10 years ago, he had moved all his businesses to United States. His wife works in United States.
Yeah.
He's our acting prime minister. And Trump already said that he loves him. He'd rather talk to him than our PC, our progressive conservative leader. He doesn't like the way he is, so
Yeah.
he's got no use for him. But he wants. We don't want liberals in because
That's because
liberals
he wants to
are.
buy it. Canada.
Yeah. Oh, I
No,
know, because
those are
they're going to
idiots.
sell Canada to them.
Oh,
Goat said would
Trump.
vote for Miss
But I don't
Terminator.
know.
What's that?
Goat, he would vote for you.
Yeah, I wouldn't run for prime
Yeah,
minister.
I'd vote for you too. I'd
I'd
vote for
hang
you too.
everybody.
You're a badass.
Sounds like that.
I
I'd go the old ways.
It sounds like
I'd,
it needs to
I hang
happen.
everybody too. I hate people.
Sometimes you
I
just
like
gotta pull a
dogs.
tooth.
I like dogs and horses and stuff, but I don't like people. Most people.
yeah.
Me
No,
neither.
it's
That's
time
why I
to.
work with dogs.
Yep, I
Yeah,
don't like
that's why
people.
we're prepping them, prepping them, prepping them, prepping.
They're assholes.
I'm doing what you were saying, Karen. When we do these scenarios, hiding different places, different spots, different things.
Yep. They worked on my will today.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna put, and they're going. You know what I'm gonna put? It went just like that. One guy put his Pure Later and UPC packages were being stolen off his front porch when he's gone, because of he saw through his camera. So what he did was he was taking his empty boxes when he did get them, his empty boxes, and he was filling it with kitty litter, and
Yeah.
that's where he put all his
Cat
kitty
crap.
litter in, sealed the box, and stuck it out on his porch. And they started stealing his boxes, and here they were stealing kitty litter.
Yeah, yeah. One
And here
guy
was
got a
the
new
problem.
TV and put the broken one in the new box and set it out on his porch for them to steal the old broken one.
Yep.
I'd hook it up to electricity.
Tambra, you got a question from Jane. You get
What?
water.
Oh, I didn't see. I don't know. I went out and looked and talked to them about 290 foot, and they had not hit water yet. But they had. I could see it coming out, but it was mud.
Oh.
So
Oh, wow.
they may have to go 500 foot. My neighbor's is 500 foot.
Wow.
But my old
300 and
well
some.
was
All my neighbors here is just over 300,
okay. So
but they're
my
drilling
last
through
well
rock.
was 350 foot.
North Carolina, we only drilled 60 feet. It
So
was
that's
30 feet.
great.
It would dry up, so we
I
drilled
got a
down
dug
to
And
well, so.
60.
Mhm.
and they're saying $220,000
And
for this
around
well.
here, if you're in the valley, it's probably about
I
250,
know.
300 feet. But if you're on top of the mountain, it could be a lot more.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
And I have a solar pump to go in it that I
Oh,
bought
that's
a couple
nice.
years ago.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
good.
I had to get another battery for my tractor because I put one of the batteries in my tractor that was a Marine battery, and it cost $200.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
not cheap.
That's a lot
They are
of money.
not cheap.
Well, I gotta have it for my tractor,
That's right.
Yeah.
and you're supposed to have the same ones. I have four, the same ones, same brand, same kind, same volts, all that bullshit for your solar pump or your well.
Oh, wow.
It's got to be the same because they um they will go out faster. What's the last 5 years?
And it's just the battery that you got to change out every 5 years?
That's what they say. It's supposed to last 5 years. Okay, so
Okay. Because I know
if
a
I
car
if I
battery.
put a lithium battery in it, which is a 48 volt,
Yeah.
um, I don't so how many amps? 48 volt. I don't know, 24 amps maybe. I have
You should
some. I have
you
one.
should talk. You know what you should do is talk to Tag about that.
Yeah,
About your
I should.
which battery and with the size, everything for your solar system and everything, and he could give you good advice which one is the best for it so you get, longer lasting and better quality.
Well, the lithium battery is supposed to last at least 10 years, and they're supposed to. But I would think you'd have to have a backup for it,
I would
just in
think so.
case.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have three extra lithium batteries, but they're supposed to go from my Lycan 5000. Um, it's a generator,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and if you add the batteries, you can add up to the batteries to get up to 19.2 kilowatts.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
wow,
pretty
that's
good.
good.
It's not it won't run my house, but
Gotta
it'll run
run some lights and
the
stuff.
freezers and the
Yeah.
refrigerator and that kind of
The
stuff.
emergency stuff.
Y'all
Right.
hush.
And if I get this well, then I should be
I said
good
hush.
in case something happens.
Oh, that's good. You're all set then.
Maybe.
At least
I
you
would
don't
like
have to worry once you got the solar pump. And if the power goes out for a length of time, at least you still can get water.
right.
Yeah.
And they're putting it on the back of they're putting it on the back of the horse barn because it's too
Oh,
close
that's
to
good.
because where they were going to put it was too close to the septic system.
Yeah.
So and I can put my solar panels on the horse barn
Jack.
because
Yeah.
it's always in the sunlight.
Oh, that's good.
I'll be right back, y'all.
Yep.
Okay.
So maybe that'll be good. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, it will be.
Well, it's there if I need it, and it enhances the value of my property.
That's right.
So if I want to sell it, it enhances the value of my property. Especially if you sell it to a prepper. Shit.
That's right.
Okay.
Well, I don't know how I get it. I lost y'all.
Yeah.
I lost y'all. Okay, so I traded some petrified wood for somebody to fix my garage door. Have you seen the price of
Jack, that's
petrified
enough.
wood?
Go in the kitchen and bother your daddy.
I
He's
sent it
getting
to
your
you,
dinner.
Terminator.
What's that?
I seen the price of I sent the price of petrified wood to you. Does anybody else have petrified wood?
Never heard of it.
Yeah, you get it.
Unless I've seen it and it's there and I didn't never knew what it was. To me, it just
Well,
looked like driftwood.
it looks like
it's too humid around here Uh,
I have
it,
small
it needs a
pieces.
drier climate.
Small pieces. I have small pieces. And the small pieces, they were saying the 4 inch by half-inch petrified wood is worth $200.
Wow.
People are selling it on eBay for $200. You can get the big ones, 2 foot ones by so much, $2,000. That's a lot of money for wood,
Oh yeah.
petrified wood. I think.
I used to get the tourists to buy driftwood all the time. I used to get driftwood along the lake. I used to go walking along the lake, and I used
Yeah.
to pick up driftwood and everything. And I used to do paintings, scenery paintings on it and everything. And then I'd varnish it and everything. And when I was a kid, and the tourists would, I'd put my little lemonade stand out, and they'd go by our house to go down to the lake, and they'd stop by drink my lemonade, buy my lemonade, buy my driftwood, painted driftwood, and then buy a big. I used to have them big pickle jars, and I used to stuff them with frogs. Put a little bit of water in there for them so they'd stay moist. And the
Tadpoles.
tourists used to buy the big jars of frogs for $5.
You
Oh
can
wow.
you can plant plants on driftwood too.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
Jack, that is enough.
I don't know where my puppies are. They done left. Shit.
They're probably sleeping
I
someplace.
had them up here. I had them up on the couch. I don't know where they are. I don't see
Jack!
them. They're out somewhere. I guarantee it.
Righty then.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Imagine she's going to find them with a roll of toilet paper, and it's all over the place, and they're fighting over the roll of toilet paper.
yeah, really.
Or on a sticky pad, sticky trap, sticky mouse trap. That's what Lucy did the other day. She was on a sticky mouse
Man.
trap.
Lots of wallows have done that. Just go, arr, 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 slap, 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 slap around the
Yeah.
kitchen.
You hear the blap, 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 and you think, what the fuck is that? I don't know. Now I go look.
You didn't do it again.
Well, behind the
So,
couch this
Ashley, you
time.
got the cards all ready for tonight?
Yes, I do.
Uh
I don't
oh.
want bank run. Don't do bank run.
Jeez.
Throw
This
those
one's not
away.
bad. This
Okay.
one's not bad. I
Okay, you
pray.
started last week. You started with bank run.
I know. It's my.
Oh, where they're at? I'm
Yeah,
going to look for them.
It's the easiest.
yeah, and it's the first one on my list.
Okay, let her rip.
All right. On June 13th, 2032, in Oregon, a nationwide bank run has left your community in financial disarray. Your sibling has lost their job and is struggling to pay their mortgage. They ask if they and their family can move in with you, but doing so would overcrowd your small home and strain your resources. Do you open your home to your siblings, risking your own family's comfort, or do you decline their request, knowing that they may become homeless without your help?
Good boys and
Shannon.
girls. I'm sorry, I missed it.
Um, I would help because it's like with
Not
my
me.
husband's family. I would help his sisters because they mean a lot to me.
Yeah.
I'd also help out my brothers and sisters because they mean a lot to me too. Because
Yeah.
family's got to stick together regardless, good or bad, better or for worse. Kind of like a marriage, but not
Yeah.
a marriage.
Yeah.
Good boy.
Terminator.
Well, number one, I would help my husband's family any day. They're his brothers and sisters, his sisters especially. I have one that his twin sister, her and I, when we travel together, we call each other Louise and what's
Shirley.
that? The other one,
Thelma
Louise.
Thelma.
and
Thelma and
Louise.
Louise.
What's that?
Thelma
Thelma.
and
Thelma.
Louise.
Thelma and
Thelma
Louise.
and
Yeah,
Louise.
because I'm
Yeah.
Thelma and she's Louise. I've never seen the movie yet. I'm supposed to watch it, but when it comes to my side, I ha- I have more. I have no more brothers and sisters. They're off my plate, and I won't go into detail. But I would not help them.
They're strange.
No matter what, I would not. But my husband's side, they are sweethearts.
Stop.
Hey, he's got a
Stop.
90-year-old sister that lives by herself. And when she lost her power and she in the wintertime and she was down to in the 50 degrees, she was heating her soup up with candles and warming her house up with candles. She knows how to live the old way.
Yeah,
Do
she
what you gotta
does.
do.
And she would help anybody in a flash.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Harley, you still with us?
Nope,
Yeah.
she's not back yet.
Okay. How would you answer that? Would you help your siblings?
Who? I don't
Harley.
think it's there.
Oh, I just lost her.
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't
All
think she's there.
Tambra.
I don't have any siblings. I'm an only child, first of all. And
Okay.
my daughters don't give a shit about me, so I don't know what to tell you.
You'd help me though, right?
I
I'm
sure
your
as
new
hell would.
sister.
I'd help my YouTube family
There you go.
because that's all I
I'm
got.
your new sister.
Tambo would help her
Right.
YouTube family.
And
All right.
all American sister from another.
Okay, so
There you go. Yeah, Karen?
you can pick your spouse, you can pick your friends. You can't pick your family.
Yeah, but
I
they
have
sound better.
one that I would give the shirt off my back, and one I do not speak with or associate with at all.
Yeah.
I take puppies.
Yeah.
No matter what.
There you go.
I'd give them my food
Yeah.
and go hungry.
Harley, are you with us again?
I don't see her.
I know she
No.
was driving, and of course
She
it
looks
was
like
dark.
she's home, but I don't see a squirrel either.
No, she wasn't home yet. She was driving on her way home.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it looks like there's a door there.
It's just I don't know what's up. Harley, if you can hear me, you were breaking up just a bit. So I'll just right now just skip and move on. I would open up my home as well. I know I don't have a big home and all, so
You can stack them like pack rats
yeah.
and
But
bunk.
you'd make do. But you'd make do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you put them on the floor and on a
Sleeping bags and sardine can living.
Yep.
Just remember, head, toe, head, toe.
Yeah.
Bad puppies. Mischievous puppies.
Yeah. All right. That was that one.
Let's get something else going on here. Don't
Okay.
do no more bank runs.
All right. Well, now I'll move to emergency preparedness basics.
Okay.
Do you have a support network in place, including neighbors, friends, or relatives who can offer assistance or resources during an emergency? And have you discussed how you can help one another in such situations? Karen.
Yup, I got my network.
Yeah, you do.
You
I
got
like
your
your
family.
network. Tambra.
I don't have a network, but I think that if emergency came, that it would happen.
Yeah, you got neighbors that would help in any
I think so.
emergency
I think so.
situation.
There's a few that would.
You know,
I think.
tornado, flash flood. The neighbors
Hurricane.
come out after and help with the cleanup and the clearing.
Yep.
And
I don't know if they do that.
Yep.
or
some of
not.
the
I know
moms
They
that stay
become-
over here and cook food for everybody. You just
They
get
become a
food.
community, automatic
things
community.
are bad. Things are bad. I think we could close this. I live on a dead end street. We could close the street off and protect the people that way. I think.
Yeah.
But there's a few like-minded people.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good.
And
let
I've
me.
some stuff so I
Carly.
can barter with them.
Yeah, there you go.
Whoa,
Yeah, like 9mm, you know.
Got the hair
that's
dryer
loud.
on.
That they
Yeah,
are
hey,
saving.
Carly.
Yeah, can you hear me? I'm driving home, so I'm in BFE, so my phone might go in and out a few times, but I'll just keep trying to get back in.
Okay. When I'm not going to have you answer a thing, I'll mute you because of I know the wind is. You got your windows down so you can have AC.
Oh Lord.
Okay, yeah, I got one window, my back window thing's open. When I get to stop, I'll close it and see if it's any better.
Okay, but until then,
Oh, dear.
I'll just mute you until I have you answer. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know what did happen to Tambra.
I'm here.
Oh,
Okay, good.
okay, good.
Somebody's talking to me on messenger.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But I'm here.
Yeah,
I
'cause
can hear
he
y'all.
is on Messenger, so it takes off the camera.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So now we're going to go to. Wait, did everybody answer?
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry. All right. I know y'all too. Okay,
Shannon Terminator.
Terminator, go ahead.
Actually, I was already it's been 5 years now. I was in an emergency situation when our house took fire at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
And when we all got out, we were able to contact my daughter. I couldn't because I lost my phone. I lost everything, but my son was living in the trailer, and my daughter-in-law contacted my daughter, and my daughter came out and picked her dad and I up and my dog, and the one dog, because we lost 3 little dogs in the fire, and my dog that was outside. And we got to stay with them for a few days. My son was badly injured, but he stayed at his in-laws. And so it's family. So family was available. Our neighbor didn't even know we had a house fire. They didn't even wake up and notice the fire. There was 5 fire departments here. Our back road was totally blocked off, and there was fire trucks up and down the road, and they didn't even know. Not even the next morning until they drove by the burnt house. Yeah.
Wow.
So, but yeah, and then my elderly neighbor 2 houses down she sold since then, but she was my friend. And when she found out and was wondering, they seen the fire trucks and everything, they got woken up from the noise. They turned around, and when they found out it was our house, oh yeah, they were already helping. She was cooking things for us. And so, yeah, neighbors, friends, and my family. So yeah, if there's ever an emergency, I'm already set up and know how to contact and have ways of contacting and everything. I'm all set for it.
That's
If it's
good.
a real emergency, see, they don't come around when there's not.
Yeah.
Mine don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shannon, what about you?
I need to put a
I don't really know too many of the neighbors. I just know the one that is a prison guard. So
Yeah.
that's about it. That's like, I'd have to go introduce myself to the other neighbors around me. That's like, there's so many older folks that I haven't met yet. And then there's some younger ones that, I was like, do I really want to meet the younger ones that don't want to do stuff with the older folks?
Yeah.
We're setting our ways.
Take them some tomatoes or something now.
Well, our neighbors.
And the older folks will help. The older folks got knowledge. They have knowledge.
Oh, yeah.
Older people have knowledge.
Yeah.
Younger ones, I don't know if they help you or not.
They're probably too busy on their video games and other stuff.
Well, if there ain't no internet, there ain't no video games usually.
Yeah.
Sure.
So if the
Oh no,
power
my
goes
kids
out,
had
there
a
ain't
solar
no-
generator just for their gaming consoles.
Oh my
And they're about to get Starlink.
That's bullshit, ain't it?
Charge them.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I know.
Oh no, they paid their money. They paid their bills. They work hard. They help with the chores in the farm.
If they do that,
I don't see a problem with their video game addiction at night when they're in their rooms, after everything's done for the day.
Yeah.
Because most
they
people
do their
think it's
studies and
good
their chores.
dreams.
Their studies
Yeah.
and their chores.
They did. They're talking Starlink, and they already bought a little 100-watt solar panel just for their gaming system.
What is that?
And my gaming system right here.
No, they got gaming laptops and all the technology and doodads.
Yeah.
I play them on my iPad if I want to play games.
All right.
Yeah.
Harley, so are you with us?
I don't think
Harley?
so yet.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So the question was, do you have? Nope, not that one. There it is. Do you have a support network in place, including neighbors, friends, or relatives who offer assistance or resources during an emergency? And have you discussed how you can help one another in such situations?
Only relatives, no neighbors or that. Only relatives.
She's got you and your dad. She got a maid.
Yeah, obviously it's you. Obviously I'd come to y'all's house. I'm on my way. Y'all better make room.
We
Are
would.
you close enough to All American? Are you close enough to your mom and dad?
She's probably about the way she drives, she'll be here in 30 minutes.
Okay, well she got y'all.
That's true.
If I drive, it'd be an hour.
She has to worry about it.
That's true.
Depends on who's driving, how fast she could get here.
Well, she's got y'all. She don't have to worry about
Yeah,
it.
it depends on what car I'm in.
Yeah, there you go.
You got to get the big car because you got to bring all the puppies and the animals.
Yeah.
I'd have to bring the horse trailer.
Yeah, you would need a horse trailer for all them. All right, and yeah, we got family, and then for and friends and our neighbors, and
we're all nosy. And
all of our neighbors are nosy and got cameras. So
you got All American.
Yeah, of course.
If he's staying with his cancer program, you got it. You got it. Okay.
All right.
Y'all can
Whoops.
come to Texas.
Yeah.
Come to Texas. Yeah.
I've been there twice.
We're kind of on the same idea as y'all are.
Yeah. All right, next category, natural and man-made disasters.
Woohoo!
All right. On the stormy evening of August 17th, 2031, in Miami, Florida, the aftermath of a Category 5 hurricane has left the city in ruins. As a direct consequence, the government has imposed strict rationing measures to give to everybody. Distribute the limited resources available. In the chaos, you stumble upon a hidden cache of fresh water and medical supplies. Confiscated from a local warehouse. Knowing that your family and friends are in dire need, do you take the supplies for them or leave them for the authorities to distribute?
After Helene, I'm taking them.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing, girl.
Take them and hide them.
Yep.
Take them and hide
Take them and hide them.
Last thing I want.
Take them and share them with everybody before they have.
Because the government, the authorities would never share it with nobody but themselves.
Yeah. Share them with your friends.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Because the government ain't gonna take care of you.
Yeah, they don't do it now.
Yeah.
No.
It's gonna be worse. It's gonna be worse in 6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a reprieve for a little bit. It's gonna get worse.
Left in 6 years.
Look at that. My dogs have dug my plants out.
Uh-oh.
Human nature is to self-destruct.
Yeah, and even Karen, not Karen, Jane is all with us as well. Take them all.
Go on now. Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him.
My puppy's house.
Yeah. Oh, I need to circle that so I know which one. 6. Okay. All right. Yeah. So all of us are almost in agreement with that one.
Oh yeah,
The government ain't gonna take care of you.
we're not stupid.
If they
Yeah.
do, the government ain't gonna take care of you.
Anybody who is disillusioned to think that the government is going to help them in any way
Oh wait.
needs to be in a psychiatric ward at this point.
Right.
Yep.
Ain't gonna help you.
Amen.
Ain't gonna help you.
What was it that saying?
$700 for those people.
Last
They're
thing I
really-
want to hear is I'm here from the government and I want to help.
No.
Yeah. That's
We'll
not a
take care of
good.
them when we Maryland America if they come down our driveway.
Yeah.
Yes, we will. But I won't say it. But we will take care of them.
You might need to go potty.
If they come down our driveway.
Papa.
All right. So next category, since we're all in agreement on that one, is now New American Civil War.
Okay.
On February 15th, 2031, in Arkansas, you are a civilian trapped in a city under prolonged siege. The starvation becomes so severe that some residents resort to cannibalism. Don't say anything
Ooh.
yet.
I like that.
Do you choose to survive at expense of your humanity or choose to slowly starve, maintaining your moral code? Let's start with Shannon. Would you eat somebody or not? Really, is that's the question.
No, I would not eat somebody. I would try to find a way out of that city to go into the hills to find food and not go back to that city.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
Terminator.
Well, as a prepper, I would be, if it was to be happening, being in a city, I would, number one, I wouldn't be living in a city. You'd never catch me in a city.
Yep.
And I would, even now here, I would be prepping, and if that came down to that bad and I knew people were dying and people were eating other people, I would be okay, because I'd have stashes here, there, everywhere, a little bit of everything, different little things that would keep me going.
Yeah.
So I'm preparing for that now.
Yeah.
Because of what's going on in Canada right now. I'm preparing.
Yeah.
I am prepping
You can come
heavily.
to Texas too. You can come
Yeah.
to Texas too.
Yeah.
You don't take
No, not yet. I just
2-day
had
train ride to get here.
Tambra, what would you do?
I ain't eating no people. And I'm not eating no horses, and I'm not eating no cats or dogs. Okay?
Hey, a dog's a fine
I'll
meal.
eat I'll eat the edible plants that's in the wild.
Yeah.
Or I'll
I
grow
know
and
an
eat.
I know an elderly man that lived in a trailer, and he was in a corral with the horses, and he just lived by himself in a little tiny trailer, and he used to, just to keep sustained if he couldn't get food, he would, instead of going to the local stores or whatever, he'd boil and cook grass, dandelions and whatever, and eat them to stay. And he
And yes, you
lived
can
like
do
that
that.
whenever his pension ran out and he couldn't buy food, that's what he lived on.
If you know what to look for, you can do that. Right?
Yeah.
I make jellies from every flower known to man. Honeysuckle, white clover, dandelion, violet.
I got it in my yard.
Daylilies.
Cleavers.
And the roots are edible too. And not to mention nuts, certain mosses.
Nettle. Yeah, stinging nettle. I got a bunch
Nettle, lamb's ear, wild garlic mustard. chives, wild
Poke
onions,
salad.
poke salad. I won't eat poke salad.
But you got to cook it because it's poison if you don't.
But yeah, there is
And I
tons and
keep
tons and tons and tons and tons of stuff. You can collect the heads of certain grasses and use them like wheat flour.
and I keep my seeds, and you
Yep.
can grow inside if you have to.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got no problem surviving.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't be living in a city to begin with, right, girls?
Right.
That's
I
right.
don't live in no city.
I got my cave all picked
Do
out.
that shit.
Oh,
I
and
live in
Jane.
the mountains. There's caves everywhere, and I've got a doozy picked out for my
I
family.
don't have a cave. We
There
don't
you
have caves
go.
here. And we don't
And
have
Jane
any.
Just a
even says,
natural underground bunker.
yeah,
We don't have any bunkers because too much
and
water.
Jane even says, don't forget the honey.
I have honey. I have hive.
Yeah.
I have a hive.
Yeah.
I make
found
handmade
some
honey with white
swarming.
clover, dandelion, and honeysuckle boiled up in a pot, and it tastes just like.
There you
Honey.
Use a
go.
little sugar to thicken the syrup, and it's about the same color too.
You just gotta
Oh.
know
Yep.
what to eat.
Yeah. And
Know
I
what you
would
can
know.
And everything's medicinal, just
Yeah,
about, or poisonous one. And that's
my daughter made over 8 gallons of maple syrup. She's boiled over 500 gallons of sap.
That's awesome, but
That
you
is
think it would make more
awesome.
than that. You think it would make more than that?
Nope, it takes 40 gallons
Right.
of sap to make 1 gallon of syrup.
Really?
Yep.
Because they got a lot of sap, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought it would
Yep.
make more than that. Well, if you get
But you
honey,
can also, what you can do is you can tap, if, depending on what time of year it is, you've got your birch tree you can tap and drink, and you the
Yeah.
sap out of it. You've got your maple trees if you have maple trees in your area, but birch trees for you guys, if you have lots of birch, you
Is it
can,
sweet?
Hippie Chick
Like
on
the-
Main, she shows what she does and how she collects the sap out of a birch tree and drinks it. You can
Really?
boil it into a sugar, or you can drink it as a
That's a
sweetener.
good thing to know. They're
Yeah.
saying they're gonna ban stevia
What's the matter?
plants.
You're not feeling good?
That's what they're saying.
Oh, wow.
So we can't have any
I'll be
sugar
right.
that way.
Okay.
But honey's better anyhow.
Yeah, it is. That's what we do when we make tea and all.
Honey's better.
We sweeten it with honey.
It's better for you too.
Yeah.
Yeah, just don't use a metal spoon. It'll do something with the texture or something with the honey. 'Cause the metal is not good for the honeys. You have to use a wooden spoon.
The honey I got from Azure Standard is what do you call it? Sugared, I guess. I got to put it in hot water to get it to work.
Yeah.
It's
It has
crystallized.
a beehive. Yes, it's crystallized. You got to put it in hot water to get it to.
Yeah, that's
come
all
back
you do
to
when honey hardens is just warm it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you can't warm it in the
actu-
microwave. It's not. It won't be good.
No, because
They'll
then
kill everything.
it depends on what kind of container you have also as well.
They'll
If
kill
it's in a
everything.
plastic, then it gets that plastic in your stuff.
Glass. Plain
It's
old
still
glass.
glass, but it's still sugared.
Yeah.
Porcelain's okay, but glass is the best.
Yeah.
I want fresh honey.
Tambra, All American, he put what his answer would be. He would eat anything, but he would like some onions with those livers.
I don't like liver, but I'm near about coonhouse, and I'll probably eat most anything too. But I ain't eat no roaches or anything like that. I ain't eat no roaches. I ain't eat no horses. I ain't eat no cats, dogs, or people.
No.
Now I might feed them to my dogs so they'll live.
Yep. I'll feed them to my pigs. Then I'll eat my pig.
There. Yeah.
There you go. And pigs will eat anything.
Yeah, they will.
And so will chickens. Chickens will eat you if you have blood on you.
Yeah, they're just little dinosaurs, little
Yeah.
pterodactyls.
They will eat
They're they're carnivores because they out west, out in BC, there, I think it was about 15, 20 years ago, they couldn't find all these prostitutes, and they ended up finding bones and stuff.
somebody throw them in
And
there.
it was a pig farmer that was kidnapping them and bringing them and feeding them to, after he was finished with them, he'd feed them, chop them up and feed them to his pigs.
They'll eat anything but the teeth, is what I think.
Yep. Yep. And
Okay.
that's how they
And
found them.
the birds will eat you too. If you fall and are bloody, they'll eat you.
Oh,
And
yes.
you can't get out. I promise you.
Oh, yeah.
They will.
Especially the ravens. The
You're
ravens
talking
will
about
peck
the
you to death.
chickens will do it. The chickens
And
will
you
eat you.
wouldn't believe it. Even here, we call them turkey vultures, and they look like those big vultures with the big red heads. Yeah,
That's
we
what
have them
we got.
here,
We
and
got
we have a pair of them that live on our Pigs Mountain here.
we got two kinds.
We have them, and we have bald eagles, and we
Black
have
and turkey. We got
Yeah,
black
we have
vultures.
bald eagles now.
Mexican eagles. They're different looking.
We got hawks. They cut down their habitat, so now they're moving and they're circling the
Yeah.
farm every day.
And the
I'm
hawks will
telling
get
you,
you.
welcome to the rabbits in the field. You leave my damn chickens alone.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we have red-winged hawks here.
And the hawks will get the they'll eat anything too.
Yeah, that's why also when we have hawks out there, and even when at work when we got a small dog taking them out
Yeah, you gotta be
potty.
careful. They'll get
Yes.
the dogs too. So
Yep.
will the eagles. The eagles
Yeah.
pick them up too.
All right, new category. World War III.
Okay, we're already in it.
Yes. During World War III in 2036, you are a high-ranking military officer who has been captured by enemy forces. Your captor offers you a deal. Provide them with sensitive information about your country's military plans, and they will release you and a group of your fellow prisoners unharmed. If you refuse, you and the other prisoners will face torture and possible execution. How would you handle this situation, and would you be willing to betray your country to save the lives of your fellow prisoners? Karen?
I can play damn blonde hair, bubble headed dumb.
Yeah.
I mean, I can make it believable. I don't know anything.
So you can get away.
I can play dumb.
Yeah.
I'm a award-worthy performance actress when it comes to playing dumb.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mostly because they don't expect pretty women to be smart and intelligent.
Right.
They just don't.
Tough.
And if you can squeeze a tear or two out.
Yep.
Yeah. There you go.
I agree 100%.
Tambra.
Well, it's going to come to that. They're going to ask us to deny the Lord.
Yeah.
And I ain't doing it. Fuck the government.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're you can't do it. You can't do it. You just can't do it. Okay, but you could do it to get away, but I'm not. I can't. I can't deny the Lord.
Yeah.
They're gonna ask that of us. They're gonna ask that of us. I'd rather be a martyr.
Yeah. And then Terminator, you would agree with Karen about that?
Yeah, Karen and Tambra, because you know what? The thing is yeah, if I got I wouldn't say a dang burn thing, and that they could torture me all they want, because I know that God is watching me and the Lord is watching me, and I would never go against him.
And he's gonna be there when they
Yeah,
cut
he's
your
there
head
for
off,
me
he's gonna be
now.
there.
He's there. I feel him. He's there for me now, and I would do anything just to. Yeah, I wouldn't.
If you're a martyr, you're going straight to heaven.
Because I know I'm going to end up with. I know that.
All be martyrs.
No, I know that I'd come back. So
no, I don't comply.
Mm-mm.
I don't comply.
Shannon?
I would be like Daniel in the lion's den, and then the three guys, Meshach, and the other two, can't really pronounce the names. I'd be like them.
You
Be
gotta take
like,
care of me.
go ahead and do what you want to do, but God's got my back.
Yeah.
And he's got the back of his followers.
They can do to you here, but you're going to heaven. You resist. And I mean, I'll fight. I'll fight if they come down my driveway, but I'm not going to deny the Lord.
Okay, it's funny how y'all are.
Once you're in custody, you might as well just accept the fact that it may be your time.
Well, they need to
You're
shoot
gonna
me.
die.
What they need to do. They need to go and shoot me when they come down, when I start shooting at them. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
And actually, so what y'all all were just saying, so it goes in really good with the next category. Religion.
Oh, hell. Yeah.
On October 17th, 2026, the collapse of society has given rise to a militant religious group that forcibly converts survivors at gunpoint.
Yeah.
You and your loved ones are captured and faced with a choice: renounce your current beliefs and join the group, or resist and face dire consequences. Do you sacrifice your faith to ensure your family's safety, or stand firm in your convictions, risking the wrath of the extremists?
I'd fake it.
Karen, what would you do?
That shit's already happened. That's the Roman Catholic Church.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to resist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you can do like the Hopi and take your religion underground and practice the Catholicism above ground and practice your religion below ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good idea. Because you know what? What I believe is me. That's my beliefs. It might be different than anybody else's, but yeah, no.
But
I do the same thing. Yep.
And you don't believe you have to go to church?
No, because my church is my bush.
Right.
I my garden.
To the garden or the barn. I'm closer to God there than I am in a church that's sitting by a hypocrite.
Yeah.
Right.
Shannon, what do you think?
Christ started off in a stable.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And he loves the animals.
I would just be my own person and not follow that thing, because God does not want you to follow anybody but him. Like he says in The Chosen.
He wants to stand up for him too.
I have all 5 seasons. I've already done season 1. I'm going to be watching the other ones. And it's like, we just got to follow his plan, not our plan, because his plan is our plan.
Yeah.
Basically, because he will set you on the right path at the right time. You may stray a little, but he always sets you back on that path. Regardless of what you've done, you are redeemed by his son who died on the cross. And I just wish a lot more people would know that.
Yeah.
That he has died for each and every one of us, past, present, and future people.
Right.
And
as long as you believe, then you got
yeah,
it.
and you will see him in paradise.
But how do you get the people that don't believe to believe?
Well, when
you can only do so much.
Yeah.
You just keep trying, keep talking, and if they don't, that's their choice.
They don't listen to me anymore.
Right. And it's like, I just tell them, it's like, well, when we all get up to heaven, you'll see, because he will tell you what you've done in the good in your life and the bad.
Yeah,
and
day of judgment.
Even though they're good people,
it's going to be
they don't
where
believe.
you go.
They call it the day of judgment.
Even
Yep.
though they're good people.
Yep.
But they say they're atheists. They don't believe in God.
I know. My husband has a friend like that.
I pray. And that's all I can do.
And his friend lost one of his feet is gone, and all the way up to his knee. because he had really bad diabetes and stuff. And I'm like, well, it also could be because God is punishing you for what you've not listen. You're not listening to him. You're listening to the devil. Stop listening to the devil, and maybe your life would be turned around.
Maybe.
Because, yeah.
But some people profess not to know, not to believe.
Yeah.
It's like you can talk to them and talk to them and talk to them, but then they don't want to talk to you anymore.
Yeah. I've argued with Jehovah's Witnesses before, so, and it's an interesting thing because they'll tell you one thing and I'll tell them another thing, because the Jehovah's Witnesses don't celebrate birthdays or holidays.
Don't they believe a certain
I'm
number
like,
of people
I'm
coming?
sorry, but if you come to my house, you're going to see all my Christmas decorations and all the other holidays.
They don't believe in.
See, that's where they're going to
birthdays or
get y'all.
anything.
You're arguing semantics, interfaith semantics. Christianity against bad Christianity. My religion is better than your religion. No.
Yeah.
Why can't you all be spiritual, faithful people believing in one creator without
Believe in
all
God.
the trappings
There is a
that
God.
man has attached to it?
There is a higher.
Yeah, because actually,
spirit.
Morgan Freeman had this one thing. It was a small series that he did different religions. Went in a little bit about a few different religions. And I watched that. It was very interesting because he did, of course, Christians, Jews, Islam, and one other. The
Muslim
or Hinduism?
Hindu, yes, Hinduism. And even it's in hearing what each one of them, it's the same God. Everybody is worshiping the same God. The same
just different names. They just use different names.
Ways.
Yep. They just use the different
ways.
names.
Yes.
They're all religion is religion, but they're just using different names in their way, how they believe.
Yes.
And saviors are different saviors.
Yes. And that's also why, like, some people go bar hopping, and me and All American, we like to go church hopping. We like to hear what other people believe, and even just the whole Christianity, even. And it's very interesting. And really,
people here are hypocrites. They'll talk to you here. They'll talk to you and say that and be nice to you at church, and then when you walk out the door, they talk bad about you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I ain't doing this. I ain't doing that.
Teaching false doctrine.
Yeah. And but it is quite interesting to listen to what each different one goes with, and I mean we're all worshiping the same creator.
Yep. Yeah. Because like I'm Catholic, but I'm going to a Baptist church now because I don't.
They believe the same thing.
I know all of the stuff from the Catholic Church, and to me, I wouldn't have to pick up the missalette. But now with the Baptist Church, I have to pick up my Bible to find where they're reading. That's more interesting for me because I don't know this parable. Where the heck is it?
Yeah.
And they worship Mary more than Jesus.
Yes, the Catholics do worship Mary.
Yeah.
They have statues of her, they have statues of Joseph, and they have statues of Jesus in their church.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
They do a lot of stuff. Like
in the Ten Commandments, thou shalt not have a false god. And all those statues.
And that's Mary.
And also, thou shalt not have something about idols.
Yeah.
And even a picture of Jesus is an image.
Yep.
Thou shalt worship no other gods before me.
You.
All G extra S. Meaning there are other gods out there.
Yeah.
The greatest of those.
Yep. Now doesn't it Shannon?
It's just winner takes all.
Now Shannon, doesn't it state in the Bible that they're not to take anything from the Bible, out of the Bible.
And they have.
I
And
believe
now
so.
Now you're reading, and you're reading Enoch. And
Right.
was he at one time in the Bible and they took him out?
Yes.
No,
That
no,
book is
Enoch
not in the
preceded
Bible,
the
is it?
Bible by 1,000 years. He
Enoch's
was
not in the
included
Bible.
in the first religious text, and
There's a
Yep.
book.
then he was weeded out, I believe, in 500 by Constantine.
There's the
Yep.
book of
Yeah,
Mary.
but I'm just saying. That's what
Plus
I'm
also
saying.
the Book of Mary too.
Yes.
Yeah.
There are
There's
several
Now, anything that
apostles
refers
that-
to
books.
Jesus Christ in a human form, born of a female,
Yep.
anything that gave Christ humanity, because he
Yep.
was supposed to be perfect.
Yep.
Yeah.
But that's translation by man.
Yeah.
Enoch is
And
more akin
the
to a
pre-
history book that predates
The Pope
modern
wanted to change
Christianity.
some stuff in the Bible.
Yeah.
lately.
Yep.
And that ain't right. You don't change the Bible.
No.
King
No,
James
but
did
they
it,
wanted.
Constantine
I
did it.
know.
What,
But the
They
Pope
what
wanted
wanted
to
it
change
to
Constantine
something.
fit
did
their
was he gathered
purposes.
all the
Yeah.
religious
Don't do
texts
that.
of the
How
time
many times have they done that
Yeah.
before?
sorted through them
How many times
and
have they done
picked
that
which
before?
ones to keep and which ones to throw away.
Oh yeah.
How many times?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many times has the Pope changed it before?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. I know I love us talking about all this, but I just want to also get on
Okay.
with our next
Go on.
Next
pandemic.
Sorry. Okay.
The pandemic.
Yes.
Pandemic.
Yes. On April 17th, 2028, a widespread pandemic forces closure of non-essential businesses. As the owner of a small business, you are struggling to make ends meet and support your employees. A large group of business owners are choosing to go against the government's orders in keeping their businesses open. Enforcement of the shutdown order is random and they come attached with heavy civil fines. Would you obey the law and shut down your business, or would you join the other business owners and keep your store open, and why? Let's start with Terminator.
I was just thinking she's going to hit me first.
Mhm. Okay.
I would yeah, I would follow the big businesses. I would keep my business open.
Yeah, and why?
Yep. Well,
Help people.
the thing is then I would be helping my employees, keeping them in business, like keeping them with a job. Also, if there was like, because of everything being shut down, if depending on what type of work, what type of business I had, then if my business was there for people for an emergency or anything, at least I had supplies for them if they needed it. They could come and fill up on their supplies depending on what type of business I had.
Yeah. Shannon?
I would do the same.
Yeah.
Because you got to help out everybody that you can
Yeah.
in that time of need.
Fines
Tamara?
are fine. They can be paid.
I would stay local. Help the local people.
Yeah.
And I can incubate chickens and help them that way to get food.
Mm-hmm.
It'd take a while, but I would start with the local people and keep my stuff open, and I would help the other people with my firearms and my knives and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, why not? You
Yeah.
got to
Right.
stay with your local people. Help them.
Yeah. Karen, what about you?
Stay open and refuse to comply.
There
Yeah.
you go.
There's
What
such a thing
Tamara
as lawful
always
orders
said.
and such a thing as unlawful orders. And I'm sorry, but the pandemic in 2020, pandemic as we call it,
Yeah.
opened my eyes to a whole bunch of bullshit like Walmart
Yeah.
being open 24/7, but every other mom and pop place in the world had to shut down. No, man.
Yeah.
I could go in the feed store without a mask. Okay. Get my feed.
Yeah.
etc.
I would I would also keep my business open and help out and all like that. And if people are still shopping, then also if I'm able to then pay for my employees and pay for the bill, then I'm able to pay for the fines that they give too.
You shouldn't have to.
No, you shouldn't have to.
If they come down your driveway, get All American to get them.
Yeah.
They will.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So,
actually, even the pandemic, we even had a kickboxing class that we had, and it
take
closed
it out
that
of the
down.
neck, and you won't have to worry about it if it's viral.
We went to the mall and they'd go, "You need to put your mask on. You need to put your mask on." No.
I can't breathe that shit on.
And
I can breathe
if
better
you don't
with
put your mask on, you're gonna have to leave the store. I said, "Honey, do not mistake your rank for my authority in this matter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It is not a law. It is a mandate, not a law. I do not have to follow it if I do not want to."
Those
And I
masks
won't.
didn't work anyhow. Those N95 masks don't work.
You want a mask that works? Go get you a painter's vapor mask.
You get you a one with
It's like
a
N300.
full face mask
Yeah.
with big old things on it. Full face mask.
Yeah, N95s don't work all that
don't
well
work.
either because
They don't take the little bitty stuff out.
they don't seal. They don't have a
Right.
separate carbon filter.
Right?
Yeah.
Painter's masks do.
You get
And
you
then you
one
just
with
switch out those carbon filters.
a full face mask with the filters on them. That's what we had at work.
I got
Yeah.
painter's goggles and the
95s don't
painter's
work.
mask with the big vapor
Yeah,
cartridges
with
on
the
there.
cartridges on them. Yeah.
instead of a chemical, biological, and NBC mask.
You better get your money out.
Yeah, and you can have different filters for them.
Yep.
No?
Because if you ever noticed how they dress in the virology lab, been
Oh
there,
my
done
gosh.
that.
There's
They don't wear them little masks, do they? No,
They have
they're
suits,
covered
though.
from head to freaking toe, and they still caught it.
Right.
Yeah.
But they also have suits. They put on.
And they still caught it.
Yeah.
Right. You just need Ivermectin, what I'm telling you. Just take your Ivermectin.
Yeah.
If it's viral. If it's viral. If it's not, then
Yep.
I don't know. If
Hey,
it's not,
Gene,
then
thank you very much. And yes, he is feeling a little bit better as well. And you have a blessed night as well.
I have another one now. I wonder what my phone is. Because I can't see the chat.
Oh,
Sorry about my hubby's phone. His mom just called, so that's
Oh,
why I muted it and
I can't
I
find
went
my phone.
potty.
that's fine. All right.
That's what I get for drinking all that.
Oh yeah, that will have to do it for you for
You
sure.
ain't got no wine.
Lemonade and water.
I don't drink as much during the live, so I don't have to right away.
Oh, I know when I'm reading on my lives, I have to because my throat gets so dry. That's
Mhm.
like, I don't know how anybody can do an hour and so without drinking water or tea or something.
You need to go
Yeah.
buy a piggy. You gotta go out. She needs to go out.
All right, so we got the next one. Economic collapse. In 1994, the Mexican peso crisis led to widespread economic turmoil in the country. You're a customs officer at the U.S.-Mexican border, and you notice a significant increase in smuggling as people try to make ends meet. One day you catch a close friend attempting to smuggle goods across the border. Do you report your friend and have them face legal consequences, or do you let them go, potentially compromising your own integrity and career? Karen, what would you do?
None of my business.
I like it.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I do.
Stick to my own.
It's none of my business.
Yeah.
If I was to say anything, that means I'd be sticking my nose in their business, which is none of my business.
Exactly. Yep.
Hey, I don't hear nothing, I don't see nothing, and I don't know nothing.
Yeah.
So who's to say the goods coming across the border weren't beneficial? Doesn't have to be drugs.
No.
It most likely is, though.
It could be medications.
Yeah. And Terminator, what you were also, it reminded me of Schultz on Hogan's Heroes.
Yep.
I know nothing.
I remember those shows. Did you want a bun? Put your salmon on?
Yeah, Shannon, what would you do?
Well, in '94, I was 21, so
you cut them in half.
I had just gotten out of high school. And let me put it this way: I had a friend that I went with into Canada, and the dumbass had a bowl on him.
Oh yeah.
And he forgot to tell the officers. I told him, you do that again, I'm leaving you there.
Yeah.
Because I ain't getting caught with something like that.
Hey, that happened to me, Shannon. An elderly lady, a friend of mine, had lent my uncle that barely spoke English, just French. She lent him a little bit of money, and he went and played bingo, and he won the jackpot. So he turned around, took the money, and went and bought some Keno tickets, scratch tickets, won $50,000. So they got me to drive, and instead of going down to Toronto, I went to Sault Ste. Marie, north of us, which is on the American border. We went over, they got me to go through customs, which I'd never done before. I was nervous. There was guns everywhere. And I told them what we were doing and everything. So they let us go, and away we went. We went over to Quayton Casino in Michigan. They played, and then we came back, and coming back across the border, we had to tell them everything that we had and what we bought. They gave me everything and wrote a list out, and I took it in to customs and showed them the list and everything of what we bought and what we had. And then they let me go. Meanwhile, I'm standing there while they're reading my list, and I'm watching a family's car with kids and everything. They made them sit at this picnic table, and they're totally stripping their car, taking out the car seats and everything, totally stripping this vehicle. So I was getting more nervous and more nervous. They let me go, turned around, and we left. We got home. When I went to drop my uncle off, we were taking the things he bought out to his apartment. And then I went to get back into because it was my friend's car. And he turned around and he says, no. He says, wait. He went and crawled under my seat, the driver's seat, and he had 10 packs of Camel cigarettes from the States, which he wasn't supposed to have at the time. I could have killed him.
Yeah.
I tell you, I was so pissed at him.
Well, yeah.
And that's when we didn't need passports back then.
Yeah.
That was 25, 26, 27 years ago.
Wow.
Dang.
That's why I'm coming across on a horse. If I come to see you.
Okay. How long do you as you're coming across?
I'll have
I got
to
my
call
lariat.
you. Get you to come get me. Come show me how to get there. Because I'm bringing my firearm and my hawk.
Like rum. That's what we got over the border.
Flashlight.
Oh, dark rum?
Yeah.
Over in Buffalo?
Oh,
my husband, when he was working at Niagara Falls, he used to work on road construction. And at Niagara Falls, where the Buffalo border is, on the Canadian side, they built a great big huge clover leaf there. And they used to go across the border and get dark rum over in because it was cheaper over in United States.
Get rum across the border.
Man, did everybody answer on that one?
I don't know. Okay.
Yep.
As long as it's not a bank run.
No, it's not bank run. We're done for bank run for today.
Good.
All right, so now we're going to do terrorism, violence, and thought crimes. On July 11th, 2031, you are living in a post-apocalyptic America in the remnants of Colorado. You are currently working as a government historian. and you are asked to rewrite past events to favor the regime. Do you comply, preserving your safety but distorting the truth, or resist, risking your life but maintaining historical integrity? What would you do if you were in this situation? Shannon.
What would all American do?
Well, I know that our history has been rewritten
Already.
and I would rather preserve the right history than the wrong history, because what they're doing is bullshit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're taking down all the Confederate statues.
Yep, the statues, the flags.
Yep.
Because it's like, I had a Confederate flag on my house with two machine guns that said, "Come and try to take these."
You can't buy one now.
No, I can't.
No, you can't.
And I found dead animals in my driveway because of that flag. So my husband and I had to take it down.
So you need a firearm.
Oh, we got them. We got them.
So there.
I got my slingshot.
That's a prayed over flag. It's a battle flag.
Yep.
Terminator. What would you do in that situation? Would you rewrite the history, or would you keep the history?
Oh, I'd keep the history. I wouldn't rewrite the history.
Yep.
You know what? I love history. I love learning about it and studying it. And I hate it that you can't, half the time you can't, you know, I love the old ways. The old, before the vehicles were invented. I wish it would go back to those old ways.
She lives the old ways.
Because I live mostly that way. I
live without a
if when the hydro goes out, I'm not worried about flushing the toilet or worrying about water. Where am I going to get my water? I just go down to my well every 4 or 5 days and fill up my water jugs. I don't, you know, and the thing is, I use an outhouse, so year round. So I don't worry about what it is. It's all materialism. Everybody that lives in fancy houses and have all this and that, to me, it's all materialism, and that's not what God intended us. He intended us to be able to provide food, grow food, and enjoy ourselves on the land that He created.
Take care of ourselves, but I ain't gonna get rid of my washer.
But I do. I am the odd book that I can collect, that I can read about way back. I enjoy that. I like to sit down. If I have to sit down by a candle, like I've got hydro here, but if the hydro was shut down, the grid went down and everything, I've got lanterns, I've got whatever. And years ago, I went 4 years with no power. And I lived that way with no electricity at all. And we just used lanterns. And you know what? At night, you went to bed early. You're not sitting there in front of an idiot box TV. I haven't had, like, I've got the 52-inch TV, but I've got the YouTube hooked up. And we watch Westerns, or I do you guys or YouTube on it. Other than that, I don't watch what's going on in the world anymore, because it's depressing. And it's all lies. So why? I live one day at a time. I could be here today and gone tomorrow. Nobody knows, right?
Yep.
So I live one day at a time. When I wake up, I pray to God every morning, and I thank Him for giving me life and being able to do stuff throughout that day, just that day of life, that breath of life. And I thank Him for that every day. And you know what? And then I thank Him for, and ask Him just to be, His Spirit to be with me as I do whatever I've got planned to do for that day. And I don't plan way ahead. I never do. This way here, because you don't know. I could be here today, gone tomorrow. That's the way I look at life.
Yeah.
It's the way it is for me.
Yep. Yep.
Karen, what would you do? Would you rewrite that history, or would you
She won't do it either.
maintain the historian integrity?
I will write both.
Yeah.
I will turn in the one they want, and I will keep one for when that regime loses power.
When
There
it
you
all goes
go.
away. Yeah.
Yep. That's smart.
And
I
teach
like
the
that.
kids that too.
There you
They're
go.
teaching the
I gotta
kids.
get
They're
peanut
teaching the
butter.
kids wrong
Two
thing now.
versions. Which one you want to read?
Yeah, really.
They're
Yep.
teaching the kids the wrong thing.
Yeah,
Yep.
they are, Tambra.
Yeah, they are.
Yep.
They taught us the wrong thing.
I like your answer, Karen. I like that one. Now I want to do that one too.
She's got a lot of stuff going on. She's good.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Let's see. What number?
I went and took my hair the other day, 2 or 3 days ago. I went and took it, put it in a ponytail, took the scissors, and I cut 6 inches off my hair.
Oh, wow.
Just to shorten it a bit.
I cut all mine off.
I used to have short hair.
It's going
I
to
like
hot,
to donate my hair when it gets long enough. I like to donate it when I get it cut short again.
That's a nice cause.
Yeah. And well, there's a couple different ones that make the wigs for cancer patients and all. And there's one of them that I will never donate my hair to again. They charge those cancer patients for that wig.
Wrong.
That's
wrong.
Wrong.
Oh,
Yep.
right.
I don't use them no more. Once I found that out, nope. So I found another group. I forgot the name of it, but I donate my hair to the other one that gives the wigs to them.
Because lots of the world charges them $200 to $300 a wig.
That is wrong.
Yeah.
They are already in dire need.
And broke as hell.
Yes.
Because the medical bills just take everything.
And so they just want something to make them feel a little better. Even if it's just physically, just outer appearance to feel a little better, to have a little bit of hair. So, yeah, I don't like using them no more.
Tell them Fenbendazole.
Yeah.
Okay. It works. But I'm not a I might be a witch doctor. I might be a witch doctor. But I'm not a medicinal person. I may be a witch doctor, though.
I call myself.
If you listen to me, I may cure you.
I graduated from being a kitchen witch, and now I'm a hedge witch.
Hey.
I moved from the herbs inside to the herbs outside.
I may be a witch doctor. And I'm learning about the outside herbs. And everything is medicinal. Or poisonous, one. And you could use both of them. Or something.
Yep.
So it's good to know it all.
Yes, it is. All right, last one. Government. On March 11th, 2028, in the ravaged remnants of Minnesota, you are a citizen who has been falsely accused of being an enemy of this state. You are given the opportunity to falsely accuse someone else. Which would you potentially save your own life, but condemn the other person to imprisonment or execution? How do you weigh the moral? Which one would you do? Would you keep yourself as the wrong one, or they did it? Kind of a thing.
You don't comply. You don't fucking comply. I'm sorry, but you don't. And if I'm in Minnesota, I'm headed to Terminator's place. I'm gonna call her.
Yeah.
I don't comply. I don't comply. Anything to do with government, I don't comply.
No, I don't do that either.
No.
Karen, what would you do?
Huh? What?
She's gonna fool them.
Yeah, exactly.
She's gonna fool them somehow.
Huh? What? Who?
And it's good to have her on your side.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Look, I'm just trying to go on vacation, dude.
You're gonna fool them somehow. I ain't complaining.
What about going up there doing a little ice fishing?
Come on up. You can come ice fishing.
If I'm in Minnesota, I'm going to see Terminator.
Yeah.
And she's gonna have to come get me.
Shannon, what would you do?
Oh. I wouldn't comply. Tell you that much.
There you go. And she's already in New York. She's gonna come go see Terminator 2, probably.
I'd be going up to see Alaska Granny more.
Hey, it happens. It can happen.
Go on now.
Yeah.
And I'm on my paint horse, so you better start looking for me. Coming across the damn.
You have a paint horse? Did you
I
say?
sure do.
I got a paint.
Oh,
I
is that black and white or brown and white?
It's black and
Mine's
white.
red and white.
She's got
Oh,
one
my-
blue eye.
And black.
Oh my God! You know why? My
What?
two favorite horses since I was a little girl is a black and white paint like little Joe Cartwright rides,
Yeah, this one's black and white.
or a Palomino. Those are my two most favorite horses.
Well, my favorite horse is a dun horse, but I have a paint horse now. And she's got one blue eye and one brown eye.
Oh wow! What's her name?
Blue.
Oh
Blue.
wow! Nice.
And she's a Tennessee walking horse.
Oh wow!
I've always had quarter horses.
One blue eye and one brown eye.
Her name is Blue.
Perfect.
Not full blooded.
But she'll go down the road and not even trot. Or kind of trot, but no.
How come you
You be quiet.
Too, Karen?
You be quiet. Be quiet. He's teasing me because when he first met me, I always draw horses. And when I was a little girl, I had my very first picture I ever drew of a horse. And I colored it brown with black mane and everything. And I named it Black Beauty. And he teases me over that all the time. How come you painted a horse brown and called it Black Beauty?
Hey.
You can name it whatever you want.
Bay.
That's right.
Bay.
You could have named it Pinky.
That's
When I
right.
was growing up, I had a little Palomino
Black
called
Stallion
Squaw.
book.
Called what?
Squaw.
The Black Stallion books?
And she did not like to race. She if somebody was pulling up on her, she would run them into the fence.
Huh.
She didn't want
So they
to
gave her
win.
to me because she wouldn't do her job.
Oh,
And she took me, man. She would start jumping ditches and running through blackberry brambles and.
My dad had a horse named Sally, and she hated water puddles. Even if the puddle's about this big, she will stop dead in her tracks, not to go over or around or anything about this water puddle. And so my uncle was riding her one day, and my dad didn't tell him about it. So one day they were at a good run, and then all of a sudden she stopped dead track, and he went flying over top of her.
It happened.
And then Dad's like, "Yeah, she hates water."
My little brother did something similar. I don't know why she stopped. She just said, "Fuck it," and just stopped. And he went over her, come out of his damn boots.
Oh, wow.
His boots were still in the stirrups.
Really?
Wow.
So
I had one that would go stand in the middle of the tank because she didn't want to be caught. My daughter's horse, and I'd go with a rope and rope her.
Yeah.
But that's bullshit. You don't go stand in. You don't do that. You don't let them do that.
I never actually met that horse. When the last picture I seen, I was in my mom's belly when she was on the horse. So that was the last time I rode her. I was in my mom's belly.
Me and my daughter won
that's called a half
buckle.
ride.
Yeah, there you go.
We won a buckle when I was 8 months pregnant.
Wow.
Oh wow.
And it was head style and a buckle and a, what do you call them things? Breast collar. When I was 8 months pregnant with my, and shit, I had to get on the damn tailgate of the truck to get on the horse.
Oh, wow.
I didn't go horseback riding. My mother-in-law wouldn't allow it. But damned if they didn't put me in a canoe and take me out in the middle of the freaking lake.
Oh, wow.
Pregnant. Because my husband doesn't swim good. And I used to be a lifesaver. And
Because you swim.
I looked at him up to here, it's like, hurry up, pull in, get to the back. I gotta go pee again, damn it.
There
Why
you
the hell
go.
did you bring me out on the
That's a
water?
bay
Like,
horse.
6 months
Terminator.
pregnant?
Yeah, that was Allie.
How often you have to pee?
Well,
And
yeah,
this was my big boy. That was
Bay
my
horse.
stallion.
That's a
That's
bay horse.
I was
Montana.
supposed to save him if he fell out the boat.
Yeah,
That was my stallion. I rescued him.
pretty or
Did he get
handsome, really.
where you could ride him?
Actually, they're both. You know what? They were both the same breed. Quarter horse Morgan, and
Yeah.
he was
Oh, that's a good
in the
breed.
summertime when he lost his winter hair. In the summertime, he was a fiery red bay, and she was a dark bay.
It's a bay horse. Yeah. I had a Gruyere horse and some dun horses. And all my quarter horses died. But I still have one horse. Tennessee
Then-
walking horse. And you can drink your drink and it will not shake up.
Oh, where'd that go?
They go down the road smoothly.
It would have to be.
But I prefer a quarter horse. I'd like to have a mule, though.
Yeah, they're nice.
They're high dollar.
I know.
I know. I asked my
They
parents
use them
for.
around here for the coyotes. They put
Oh.
a mule in with the horses and the goats and everything else to kill the coyotes.
Yeah,
Because they'll stomp them to death.
An ass.
I asked my parents for a horse in middle school, and instead I got a laptop.
I asked for a horse when I was a little kid. And I finally got one when I grew up. And I got a trailer like I wanted. And my daddy always said that I built air castles, but I went after them. And I got a big barn, and I had horses, and I raised horses, but I don't have any more except one.
Yeah. Now with that laptop got me into some trouble, so they kind of wish they would have gotten me the horse then.
Probably should have. if they had room for it, they should have bought you one.
We did have room. It was just they were seeing the price of the vet and the feed
Horses are
and
good for kids. Horses are good
Oh,
for kids.
yeah.
Animals are good for kids. It teaches them responsibility.
We didn't have laptops. We used to jump in my little ride and drive 2.5 hours to the coast and go to the beach and shit.
Yeah.
I'm too old. We didn't have laptops.
Well,
laptops till I was 40.
when I got my laptop, they had AOL Messenger. And so I got into some trouble with that.
Yeah. I met people
that my parents didn't approve of.
And that's what kids do.
Yeah. Got in trouble that way.
They
my parents
associate people
died
with it.
before there were computers around.
Yeah. I bet you had a bag phone too.
Yeah.
Remember the bag phones?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I got to show you that picture. Remember I was saying about my son and his bow tie? That was one of his school pictures. He had to have his bow tie on.
Wow.
See the youngest?
Very cute.
No, he's the oldest boy. This one is my youngest. This is my youngest. He's the one that lives here.
He's the one who looks like, what's his name?
Cute.
He's the. Oh, I'll show you a better picture of him. Okay, just wait. I'll find it.
The
You tell me. When I did my rodeos, when I did a rodeo here, all the young girls kept thinking he looked so much like Brad Paisley.
Yeah.
This is the picture.
Look at him. He looks like him.
Oh, dang. Yeah, he does look like Brad.
Does he sing like him?
What's that?
Does he sing like him?
Oh, he can when he wants to. He's been learning to play the guitar and everything.
Cool.
His daughter, he plays the wagon wheel, and his daughter my granddaughter sings it.
Oh, that's cool.
But my other son with the bow tie, that's what he looks like now.
But he's a good looking boy. They're all good looking boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. They take after their dad.
I'm way too old for everything. I'm too old.
They take after their dad. And you know what? I only have one picture of my mom. She had passed away when I was 19, and this is the only picture. This was the last picture taken of her before she passed away.
Well,
and that's the only picture I have of her.
Because
Wow.
everything burned in the fire.
No, I never. When my father died, the sister that I don't talk to, he when my father died, my sister took all the pictures, everything, all my mom's albums and everything, and she didn't distribute and divide them between all of us.
Well, screw that
So
shit.
I
I can't
never
better
got
help you.
to. But I'll show you.
We'll go get them.
Just wait, I got to find that picture. That's and this is the only picture I have of my father when he was in World War II.
Oh yeah.
Man.
Yeah, that's the only picture I have of my dad.
I got
Huh.
one of my stepdad in
Now,
a
you
naval.
guys saw Mr. Terminator when he had his beard on, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is what him and his twin sister when they celebrated I think this is about their third time they ever celebrated their birthday,
Just
and that's
lately?
without his beard.
Oh
Lately?
wow.
Cool.
Yeah, that's him and his twin sister. You should have seen the first time. You should have seen the first time when they celebrated their very first birthday. They never did it when they were growing up as kids, and I made it. My mom, the very first time, my mom made him a cake, and it said "Happy Birthday, Tiger" on it when we were first dating. And but the first birthday of him and his sister together, she had raised these. They're called Silky Terriers,
Mm-hmm.
and she had a little one that was the color of a schnauzer, and it looked like a schnauzer puppy. And every time we went and seen the puppies, it would hide behind his feet and lay on his feet. So she gave us that puppy, and we named her Shy. And she walked in. I had made this big birthday cake, and she walked in with a great big huge red bow on the puppy and handed him that puppy. We had that dog for almost 15 years. And the day that he passed, I was heading to town to get milk, and I come back, and she had died in his arms, and he was sitting there crying on the floor by the
Oh
wood
no.
stove.
That's
And
terrible.
yeah, but she's buried out here in my pet cemetery by the apple tree, right where
Yeah.
my other old dog is buried.
That's
But
just
Yeah.
she was the
mine.
only dog that we had. She would attack a bear. She was tiny little thing. She only weighed about 10, 15 pounds. But I tell you, she wouldn't let a bear in the yard. She'd attack it. She chased bears so many times up the tree. But
My
very
little
smart
girl's a
little dog.
badass.
She's the one, Tamara. I would throw an actual frisbee, and she'd
Yeah.
jump in the air and catch it over water anywheres, and she'd
But
jump
she
in
was
the air and
little.
catch it and bring
But
it
she was
back to me.
but she was
Yep.
little.
But yep.
Will Terminator go after her frisbee? Or did she tear it
With
up?
that,
Will Terminator go after her frisbee or did she tear it up?
I gave her one, and she chased it, but she in the house here, and she started to tear it up. So I'm waiting. So
Mm-hmm.
once she's fixed, because she loves to chase and catch and retrieve and come back to me with it. So once she's fixed and I can let her run loose on the property, I'm gonna start teaching her to bring it back to me without ripping it all up, and then I'll use them as when I'm out working in the bush and stuff, and she can run for it. But she loves balls. I have this one ball with my old dog's ball, and in the wintertime it gets really hard, rock
Is it
hard,
bigger?
and it's like a volleyball. And
Yeah.
she got that caught in the snow the other day, and I heard her, and it sounded like she was getting mad at something. She got it stuck in a hollow in the snow, and she couldn't get bite on it to lift it out. She couldn't lift it to get it out. She was getting
Oh
so
really?
mad. And then all of a sudden, she jumped in the air and she pounced on it and sent it flying, and she got it out. But then flew way down where she couldn't reach it. So she just laid
Aw.
on the deck. She didn't know what to do. So I went and got it for her. Because I take her out walking, but I keep her on a chain right here at the door to let her out at night and stuff. Because until she's fixed, I don't want her wandering off or anything like that. And I don't want my son's dog breeding her. I don't want her bred.
Yeah.
So I've
Right.
got eight more weeks, and she'll have her surgery.
Okay.
Tell
Cool.
me how much it's gonna cost.
Well, the one vet wanted $1,150.
It's a lot of money.
So I went to our local SPCA, which is an hour away from here, and they $445 and whatever other pain medication or anything like that I need after
But
to be sent home with me. So
I get
around
it.
550 bucks. So
Yeah.
So that's
I'm
better.
well half under.
That's
Yeah.
better. But last time I got a horse yielded it was that much.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, the vets are very expensive. Well, just to do a cat, they want over $600 just to do a cat.
Damn.
Sheesh.
I don't
And
understand
around
that.
here, you can't find a vet that'll do livestock anymore. They
Really?
last
Oh,
couple of
horses,
years, they
horses,
just
that kind of-
retired. They're gone.
Oh,
Really?
wow.
A lot of
Yeah.
them go out west.
See, that's what happened with my pony. My pony, when I gave my horse and my pony to a family with 8 children, and the pony, there was that virus going around in horses, making them sick, and they died from it.
What was it?
And there was a riding stable down the road, like a training facility down the road, actually on my husband's parents' old farm. They turned it into a facility for children and stuff like that, a rehabilitation center. And 2 of the horses came down with it, and they got put down. And I called 4 different vets. I called my old vet, but she wasn't around here anymore, so she couldn't. And the other vets would not come, and they weren't taking new customers. So the pony was suffering, so it wouldn't spread to the other horse. I just got them to take him in the back and put him down and bury
Was
him.
that the horse encephalitis?
What's that?
Horse encephalitis?
No, it was something else. It was called something else. I'm trying to remember the name of it, but it was going around at the time. This was 3 years ago, and the pony was 16 years old. He's the one that I had showed Tambra the pictures I have, and I rescued him. He had been badly beaten and everything, so he was
pony?
really,
Yeah.
yeah. It took a long time. I had him for 6 years, and after 6 years, I had about 4 years in having them. I finally got it where we could brush them, lift. Like he didn't. If you had a halter on him, you could do whatever you wanted. But as soon as you took the halter off or put him in a corral, he wouldn't come near you. And when I got him, his hooves were all curled up and everything. And so I brought him, and my farrier that I had, that she lives just down the next town over, she came and she started doing his feet. No problem. He'd fall asleep in my arms with his head, and he'd start snoring while she was doing his feet.
That's funny.
He was such a sweet little pony. And I got him for the grandkids, for my granddaughter. She was about 8, 9 years old at the time. And I showed Tambra a video I have of us when we first got him, and we're trying to introduce her to him, and everything spooked him. You grabbed him too quick, or you went near him too fast. He wanted to bolt every time.
Yeah.
But we got him out of that, and we could brush him, and he loved his brushes and everything. But once you put him out in the crowd with my mare, she just loved right up to you, and she'd want to almost like wrap her arms around you just for hugs and everything. She was a real suck. But the little pony, it would take hours and hours before he'd even come near you.
Mm.
But once he got in his stall, because I used to lock them up at night, and once he got in his stall, she'd go in, then he'd follow right behind her, and he'd run right into his, and I'd shut his door, and then I could go in and I could brush him. I could do whatever I wanted with him, no problem whatsoever. He didn't mind it, but as soon as you put him in that crowd, you couldn't get near him.
Yeah.
But then I found out after we brought him home that the young couple that had him, the guy said that if he wouldn't have loaded it, he would have beat him.
Oh,
And
wow.
my daughter-in-law was telling me when we got home, because we were in 2 separate vehicles, and she told me that the young lady was saying that if whenever he didn't listen, all they did was tied him on a rope and let him eat grass everywhere. They didn't have a barn for him or nothing. And every time he didn't listen, the guy would beat him in the head, punch him in the head.
That's bull.
So I was glad that I took him out of that. And when he died, when he was put down, he was with 8 kids, and the kids just loved him and brushed him, and they'd go out in the field every day, and he started coming to them, and he would stand there for his brushing, and yeah.
And that taught them stuff about horses too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But you should
They used to
never
ride my mare all over.
old people or kids for sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
True.
yeah.
Anybody, but that's what you shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
That's not right.
It's cruel. Cruel.
Animals were made before us.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's
God
about
loves them
almost
probably more
10
than he loves
o'clock,
us.
ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here.
Time to cut her short.
I
Yeah,
gotta go to bed anyway.
Yeah. So we'll go around, everybody say their goodbyes, and we'll end it. Karen, start off with you.
Bye, y'all. See you Thursday night.
Yes. Tambra.
Stay awake, stay aware, stay safe.
Terminator.
Everybody, keep your head on a swivel. Keep your ears and eyes open. Prep. Mentally, emotionally, and spiritually.
Right.
Do everything you can because it's getting worse. And right now,
Yeah.
Canada's starting to explode. So
And
watch
Yeah.
out
be
for
careful
me
and
because
be
I'm
safe,
just riding my
everybody.
paint horse up there. I'm going to
Yeah.
be riding my paint horse across the border.
Shannon, go
She's going
ahead.
to be.
The armor of God. Ephesians 6,
Yes.
guys.
Yes.
I put on and stand firm with the belt of truth buckled around my waist. I am safe and secure with the breastplate of righteousness, guarding my heart from evil, helping me live a life that honors you. I diligently put on the gospel shoes of peace, willing to go wherever you ask of me. I take and stand behind the shield of faith, protected against Satan's fiery darts of doubt, fear, lies, and deceit. Now on my head I place the helmet of salvation, keeping my mind on you. I grab hold in my hand of the sword of the Spirit, the word of God, sharp and true. I am prepared to live today in spiritual victory in Jesus' name. Amen.
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 So
And on
everybody,
Thursday, oh, sorry, Ashley. But on Thursday, it is Holy Thursday, and it is the Last Supper where Jesus did the first communion.
oh,
So
okay.
I'll do a little bit on that Thursday night to show everybody what I do
Okay.
for Holy Week, because it goes all the way into Friday,
on Sunday.
Passover
because that's
now.
when Jesus died on that cross for all of us. So everybody have a good night. God
Do you
bless. Good
believe?
night.
Okay, Shannon.
Everybody in the chat, join us Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we will see. Ladies, y'all have a good one, and everybody have a blessed evening.
Shannon.
Yep. Yes,
Do you
hon.
believe? Do you believe that we can use our weapons